Alright, here's a question for you. Ever wondered, what's the deal with morals and ethics? Like, are they the same thing? Or is there a secret difference no one's telling you? Well, buckle up because in this video, we're breaking it down for you in the simplest way possible. By the end of it, you'll be walking around like a philosopher, seeing the world in a whole new way. Ready to find out? Let's jump in and make sense of all this. Let's start with morals. Morals are your personal beliefs about what's right and wrong. They are the things that guide our actions based on what we believe is good or bad. You know, that little voice inside your head telling you whether something is okay or not. That's your morals at work. Take a moment and think about a time you had to make a tough choice. Maybe you had to decide whether to tell a lie to save someone's feelings, or maybe you decided to help a friend even when you knew it might cost you something. These decisions, they come from your morals, the internal compass that tells you what's acceptable based on your own beliefs. For example, let's say you believe that lying is always wrong. This is your personal moral code. So, when you're put in a situation where telling a small lie might make someone feel better, your moral belief will stop you from doing it, even if others think it's harmless. It's your personal sense of what feels right or wrong, and this moral compass is shaped by various factors in your life. Where do morals come from? Morals don't just pop out of nowhere. They are deeply influenced by several things: your upbringing, the culture you grew up in, your religion, and even your personal experiences. These are all the pieces of the puzzle that make up your moral code. For example, if you were raised in a family or community that placed a high value on honesty, you might find it incredibly hard to lie or cheat, even in situations where others might think it's acceptable. Similarly, if you come from a culture that values respect for authority, you might feel a moral obligation to follow the rules, no matter what. It's this blend of values, influences, and beliefs that shapes your personal sense of right and wrong. But here's the thing, morals are personal. Everyone has their own unique set of moral values that guide their behavior. What feels morally right to one person may feel completely wrong to someone else. It's kind of like fingerprints, your moral beliefs are yours and yours alone. Now, let's dive into ethics. Alright, now let's talk about ethics. Ethics are a little different from morals. They are not about your personal beliefs. Instead, ethics are the rules or guidelines set by a group, community, or profession to ensure that everyone in that group is on the same page. Think of it like a playbook that helps a group or community function smoothly. Whether you're part of a professional organization, a team, or even a family, ethics are the rules everyone follows to maintain order and fairness. These are the codes of conduct that ensure that people act in a way that's consistent and just, even if they don't always personally agree with them. For example, in a workplace, ethics might govern how you interact with your coworkers, handle sensitive information, or treat clients. In professions like law or medicine, there are strict ethical guidelines that professionals must follow to ensure fairness, safety, and integrity. If a doctor, for instance, violates the ethics of confidentiality, they could lose their license or face legal consequences. Ethics help us work together. While morals are personal, ethics are collective. They are the rules that everyone agrees to follow in order to ensure fairness and order in a group. And here's the twist, you might not always agree with the ethics of a group you're part of. Imagine you're a lawyer, and you believe in complete transparency. Honesty is a major moral value for you. But your profession has strict ethical rules requiring you to maintain client confidentiality, even if it means hiding the truth in some cases. That's a moral ethics conflict. Your ethical responsibility is to protect your client's secrets, but your personal moral belief pushes you to disclose the truth. It's tricky, isn't it? In fact, it gets even more complicated when you consider the variety of cultures and professions out there. Different groups may have different ethical standards, and not everyone will agree with them. But in a way, that's the beauty of ethics. They provide a structure that helps everyone in a group stay aligned, even if they have different personal beliefs. So, what's the big difference? Here's where it all comes together. Morals are about you, what you personally believe is right or wrong. They are shaped by your values, upbringing, and experiences, and they guide your actions in everyday life. On the other hand, ethics are the rules that groups or professions agree upon to maintain order, fairness, and consistency within that group. Ethics are collective, and while they can be influenced by moral beliefs, they are more about what's required by the group to function smoothly. A moral person acts according to their own beliefs, regardless of what others think. Meanwhile, ethics are about following the agreed-upon rules, even if you don't fully agree with them yourself. When morals and ethics clash. Now, here's where things get interesting. Sometimes your morals and ethics don't line up. Let me walk you through a few examples. Example 1, the journalist. Imagine you're a journalist. Your ethical code tells you to protect the identity of your sources. This is crucial for maintaining trust in your work. But what if revealing the identity could stop a harmful situation or expose a massive lie? This is the kind of moral dilemma you might face. Your ethics tell you to stay quiet, but your morals might push you to expose the truth. It's a tough spot to be in. Example 2, the doctor. Now, let's say you're a doctor. Ethically, you're bound to maintain patient confidentiality, and breaking this rule could have serious consequences. But what if revealing a patient's condition could save another person's life? Your ethical duty tells you to keep the secret, but your moral compass may tell you that saving a life is more important than keeping the secret. Example 3, the employee. Let's say you work at a company with strict ethical rules about not giving out free products to customers. But one day you meet someone who is struggling, and giving them a free product would really help them out. Your morals might tell you that helping others is the right thing to do, but your ethics say that you should follow the company rules. Do you break the rule for a good cause? This is a classic example of morals versus ethics. Now, let's quickly recap the key takeaways from today's video. Morals, personal beliefs about right and wrong, shaped by your values, upbringing, and culture. Ethics, the rules or guidelines set by a group, community, or profession to ensure fairness, consistency, and order. Morals are individual and personal, ethics are collective and universal to the group. Sometimes, morals and ethics don't align, and you may have to make tough choices about which to follow. And before we wrap up, let's dive into some final thoughts. So, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever been in a situation where your morals and ethics didn't align? Maybe you had to make a tough decision between following the rules or doing what felt morally right. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your experiences in the comments below. I always love reading your stories. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future content. See you next time, and remember, morals and ethics aren't always black and white. It's the gray areas that make life interesting.